What's up? It's your boy QDG. I'm here with Industry Most Wanted. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I can't wait for y'all to hear what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas talking about the dirt, we getting this shit out the mud. Keep it 100, I ain't even frontin', I'm putting that shit on the bar. Putting in work while these niggas asleep. Don't gotta see, they got family to feed. I'm tryna thump through a limited greed. Money on tree cause I planted the seed. Niggas talking about the dirt, we getting this shit out the mud. Keep it 100, I ain't even.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live. Where are we at?
Industry.
Tell them the big one, not the little one. QDG, what is going on, family? How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's a pleasure. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah.
From Brooklyn, Flatbush, right?
Yes, Flatbush, New York. Yeah.
New York, what's going on, man?
Everything's good. I'm excited to be here. You know, one of my first interviews, so I'm excited.
Well, I'm glad it's with me. Thank you for being here. Absolutely. I want people to understand, a lot about your journey because you are out here working, creating a lot of content. You're a dope music artist.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. New York historically has been known to produce superstars.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I got my radio start in New York, even though I'm from Florida. I worked with DJ Clue for 3 years, and that's how I kind of got my notoriety. So I always got love for New York.
Shout out to DJ Clue, right?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's about you. Growing up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, break that down first and foremost, because some people may not understand what's the difference or what is Flatbush versus Brooklyn.
Yeah, so Flatbush is a melting pot of just different cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a mini Caribbean. Like it has everybody. Like,
got you.
It's mini Haitians. I said mini Haitians. That's crazy, right? It's mini Haiti. It's a whole lot of different type of cultures when you just walk around. You know what I'm saying? You go to bodega right there.
Got you.
They making your bacon, egg, and cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Who has the best one? The best bacon, egg, and cheese?
I would say my bodegas. The one that's closest to me. Yeah. You walk down the block further, going to a Jamaican spot, gets you some jerk chicken. It's amazing. I feel like there's culture breathing through every inch of that place. You know
I love it. Would you say growing up out there influenced you in any way, shape, or form for you wanting to do music?
I'll say yes, because of the love I got when I was performing in all different places in Flatbush.
Yes.
It was so much love. You know what I'm saying? Like, from a young age, knowing that, I want to feel this all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel like, yeah, for sure.
So is that what it is? It's the feeling that you get, like when you're on the stages, when you're creating music.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of artists say it's like a form of therapy for them.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's like being in another world. You know what I'm saying? Like your own world when there's millions of people watching you.
It's the ultimate high without taking a drug, right?
Exactly. Dopamines go off crazy.
Absolutely. And I feel like that's the important thing. We got to find something that gives us that feeling.
For sure.
And you have found it.
Yes, thank God.
Thank God, exactly, because sometimes it takes people a lot later in life to figure out what their true calling or their gift is. Would you say that music is like your calling, it's your purpose?
Oh, yes, for sure. I feel like ever since I was probably like the age of 7, really witnessing Michael Jackson for the first time, I was so amazed.
Can you moonwalk?
Yes.
But don't let me forget to ask him to moonwalk us out of here, okay?
Yes, I could definitely hit the moonwalk, but seeing Michael for the first time really amazed me to the point where I was like, no way. I didn't even know what I was really observing, because at the time I was watching Remember the Time.
Okay.
And he had long hair, so I'm like, what am I watching? You know what I'm saying? But I was so amazed. I'm like, I know it's a dude, but he's like so smooth with it. I was like, I gotta emulate it. So ever since then, I was always teaching myself how to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it just amazed me just even doing it. Teaching myself, put batteries in my back to just teach myself to do everything else,
MJ was that guy.
Yeah.
He's a true legend. And to be inspired by someone like that, I could definitely see why.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it was just a collective of everything about him, his music, his voice, his dance moves, a little bit of everything that inspired you?
Yeah, I feel like it was the aesthetic of his presence, on stage. Because my first time seeing Michael was like through that video. After that, I started researching everything.
That's dope.
I went through the whole catalog, probably all the songs, every album, every performance that I could find. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to feel my urges. I'm like, no, like it's no
Couldn't
way.
get enough of it.
Yeah, it's no way this guy exists and he's doing this. So it's like,
is he really human?
yeah, I'm like, no way, no way. I was so fascinated. So when it came time to like do shows and things of that nature, I knew exactly what I wanted to do.
Absolutely.
So I was like, yeah.
You studied one of the greats, literally.
Yeah.
Definitely. But you also draw inspiration from artists like Kendrick Lamar,
Oh, yeah,
Drake,
for sure.
J. Cole. What have you learned from their music that you apply to your own music?
I feel like honesty and being just as bold as Michael was on the stage.
Yes.
And in your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like being a rapper is it's really essential for you to express yourself to the highest ability and also express what others are feeling as well. You know what I'm saying? So those guys, I feel like execute that to the highest ability. So I praise them for that one right there. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I feel like in your music, you want to be a little bit vulnerable because people who are your fans, they want to know like who you really are, not this facade that you could put on. You know what I'm saying? So do you typically draw that type of inspiration when you're writing your music, is like talking about the stuff maybe you're going through or maybe your close partners are going through?
Yeah. For music, for me, is my outlet.
Yeah.
Like I don't really speak like that outside of music when it comes to like my personal issues, just because I feel like music is so like non-judgmental and I could be my 100% self, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, the feeling that I get from that is amazing, you know?
You can be yourself 100% unapologetically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's so important.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like with music, it's easy to articulate it, you know?
Yeah.
Like for me, when I was growing up, a lot of the relationships I had was difficult for me because I didn't like confrontation. You know what I'm saying?
The ladies can be confrontational.
Yeah, it could be confrontational. So I've always like, let me write you a song. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope though.
Yeah, to explain how I'm feeling. Even if I can't like articulate it in the moment, I'll like rush home, write a song, and send it to her. It's actually that crazy. So
No, that's dope though, because I feel like you're not alone with that. There's a lot of men that I sit down and talk with,
for
and
sure.
they grew up being kind of suppressed on the emotional side. They were told, don't show your emotions, don't cry, don't do this. So it's like a suppression for them. So they do have a hard time communicating that. So understood, you know, whether you grew up like that or not, just everybody's a little different.
yeah,
You found your outlet to express it to the ladies through the music.
exactly. Yeah,
Are you a writer or do you punch in a little bit of both?
yeah. When I first started making music, I was more of a writer. Now that I caught the flow of like how I like to do things, I kind of punch in now.
Yeah.
But if I'm say like on a business trip and I don't have my studio with me, I have to write. So it's like a mixture of both kind of.
So do you have a setup at your house that you can record yourself?
Yes, of course.
That's
that was
hard.
like the first investments I ever made when I started getting my own money. I was like, I need a studio. I need one.
It's probably one of the best investments because now you're not spending hundreds of dollars at a studio.
Exactly.
You got your own setup, and you could wake up at 3 a.m. with something on your heart. You're like, man, I got to get it off right now.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yes, I feel like for any artist that's coming up, the biggest investment you need to make is in yourself, and that's getting your studio and wherever you at, you know what I'm saying, so that you can just record it anytime you want to. You know? Yeah.
Absolutely. You can make it work even if it's a corner of your bedroom.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Figure it out, you know?
My first setup was on a step stool. You know what I'm saying? My computer was on a step stool.
The struggle was real.
Yeah. It took me a while to get a desk. So it was like, whatever you got to do to get it done, do it, you know?
I love the fact that you didn't allow that to hold you back, though.
Oh, yeah, of course. It was like, it made me want to do it even more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. I'm looking around.
Let me get my money right so I
I'm
can
get it right. Yeah. Take a picture of this. Yeah.
But again, it really makes you appreciate the process and the journey
for sure.
that much more. So let's talk about the different styles of music. You blend R&B, rap, pop, a little bit of everything. I feel like having multiple genres in your catalog is performance.
Oh, yeah.
How do you like balance that all? Because, you know, they're the same, but they're different, if that makes sense.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of difficult because I love to sing and I love to make real slappers. That's what I call it. I call it slappers. When I rap, I love to make those things that make me move because I'm a dancer. You know
I'm going to get you to dance before you leave here. I need you to bust a move for me.
Got you. But yeah, the music is just, I feel like singing is like more of my expressive side. My rapping is more of like me having fun and, you know, not caring about what's the world's constraint for me, you know?
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Did you realize at a young age, I know you're young now, but I'm talking like when you was a jit.
Yeah.
Did you realize then you had a voice to be able to sing?
No. Funny story is, there was this year, America's Got Talent, right? Or American Idol, one of the two.
Okay.
And it was a singer. My mom was really into it that year. I'm like, dang, I want to sing too.
I want to make mama proud.
I want to make my mom proud. She got this TV screaming, jumping
I
up
could
in
do
the
that
air.
too.
Mom could do that. Started doing it, walking around the house, and she would just be like, I don't know. I don't know if you really got it. But I was like, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it eventually.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So, maybe through like my whole middle school years, I would teach myself how to sing. And I also met my best friend. His name is Kai. He taught me how to sing. That nigga the GOAT. When y'all meet him,
He's the GOAT with it.
he's the GOAT with the singing on the side, you know? But yeah, he helped me develop my voice and find my like confidence with singing. And then high school, I went to Talent Unlimited. I got accepted for the vocal program.
Oh, congrats. That's dope.
Yeah, so I started to learn how to write music, you know what I'm saying? Learn the real musicality of everything. So it made me find my voice, my sound, I would say, my tone. Because I was really pitchy and all these different type problems. But as soon as I got really like locked in and be able to train myself, or had training, everything like kind of fell into place.
Absolutely. I think if you want to take it seriously, you need some sort of training.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially when it comes to singing, because we might think we sound good,
Yeah, we
but,
might think we, you know
but it's like, I don't know, like you said, it could be a little pitchy, but that's dope though. Was there a particular song that you sang a lot to kind of practice?
Yeah, With You by Chris Brown.
Sing it.
So
You know I was going with it.
I know exactly what I'm gonna sing
Just give us like 15 seconds of it.
I'm gonna sing Miguel.
Okay.
Yeah?
I love Miguel too.
Even when the sky comes falling, even when the sun don't shine, I got faith in you and I put your pretty little hand in mine. Even when we're down to the wire, babe, even when it's do or die, we can do it, baby, simple and plain. This love is a sure thing. Yeah.
Miguel, did you hear that? He just did you full justice. That was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You have a really, really, really nice voice.
Yeah?
You held that, and that's with no warm-ups. That was on the spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you did that. Absolutely, because there are some artists that when they just naturally sing, it's no shade, but they need a little bit of auto-tune to tune them up. I felt like that sounded amazing, just like that, out of your raw voice. 100%.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. So do you find yourself doing more R&B or more rap or more pop right now?
In the moment right now, my EP is really me rapping. You know, I'm finding a way how to intertwine them and mix them so that it breathes me, you know, because I feel like, yes, it's been done before, but not in my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really sit down and listen to everything I say, every beat, every knock, every hi-hat, everything that I could take to my advantage. Because I feel like over the years, my musical ear has gotten a little better.
Yeah.
I feel like some people are blind to, like, why they like a song just due to the fact that there's so much going on, you know, and they can't pinpoint their ear orgasm that they're having type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You're right. Have you learned music theory?
Yes. So
That's what separates you.
yeah, I've learned how to find and set tones to what you're trying to portray, you know what I'm saying, without just having one line or the main vocal.
Absolutely.
I'm really big on like backgrounds and building ambience and things of that nature, so that's what I'm trying to master at the moment.
That's what separates you right there. Again, I don't like to, downplay anybody, but you have to, especially I think as a singer, you got to learn that music theory.
Yeah.
Because it can really take you from a mediocre artist to a phenomenal artist if you understand how to, even with the beats that are being made, you know, whether it's a type of mood that's going to like bring you down or bring you up. A lot of people don't understand it by listening to it, but if you understand music theory, you will.
Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like that's what all the greats I've been studying and have been doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it amazes me when I go back and listen to a song that I loved when I was younger and I didn't understand why I loved it. And now I could pinpoint exactly why. It's like, it brings me joy to my heart. You know?
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense. What does QDG stand for?
QDG stands for Q the GOAT. Yeah.
Okay.
But it has two meanings as well. Because when I was younger, people used to call me Q Dog. So I was like, you know what? Let me not have a long name. Cut it down to 3 syllables. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that it has a double entendre type of thing.
Absolutely. It probably makes it easier for people to find you as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's more Googleable.
Yeah.
Without boxing yourself in, because I know no artist likes to do this, what would you describe as the QDG sound?
I would say it's like a sobering sound. Kind of. It's kind of hard for me to describe it, but it's like when you listen to my music, it's kind of like a getaway from. Not saying that it's bad music out here, but it's a getaway from what you used to hearing on a daily basis. It's a getaway from your daily palette, you know. So I feel like when you listen to my music, you're gonna be experiencing something that you've missed. You know what I'm saying? Or
Agreed.
you feel like it's something that nostalgic. It's kind of hard for me to explain.
No, I absolutely, I get what you're saying, because you're right. You know, and it's, you know, again, you know, every artist, I commend them for what they're doing. There's just levels to this. I feel like you're at a higher level than some of the other artists. They just have more work to do.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, because you have a beautiful sound. I don't know if men like the word beautiful being thrown at them, but you have a beautiful sound. Definitely. So let's talk about some of the stuff that you've done, some of your accolades. Let's pop your ish real quick. So you performed at venues like Radio City Music. Am I saying that correctly? The Apollo. Which performance out of all of them, because you've done a lot, really made the biggest mark on you, and why?
I would say the Radio City Music Hall one. I started into the talent show when I was 15, and I've been doing it ever since. Like every year they call me back, and it feels like such a blessing, because every year I meet somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I was a fan of. I never thought I would meet. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. So I would say that. This is called Garden of Dreams, by the way. It's like a foundation for kids. Yeah. If you have your kids and you're in New York, they're talented, put them in the show. I'm just saying, you know, it's a different experience for me because it changed my life. You know, it put me on a path where I knew exactly what I wanted to do, that it was reachable. You know what I'm saying? That my dreams were right there. You know, being on that stage in front of like 2,000 people for the first time. It was nerve-wracking.
I could imagine.
You know? Wow.
Especially at that young of an age.
Yeah, but when the music came on, a whole different person.
Instant transition.
Yeah, a whole instant transition. And then after the performance...
Couldn't tell you nothing, huh?
Oh, man. I felt like the star of the whole night, you know?
You should.
And I feel like everyone can feel that way, especially when they felt what I felt and doing exactly what you love. So that's what I would say.
When you typically do these big performances like this, and I know it can vary, but how long is your show set typically?
Well, as of right now, I'm doing maybe like 10, 15 minutes.
It's a long time.
It is a long time, but I'm eager to do more.
No, I think I'm saying that an aspect of like, you got to keep yourself in shape a long time.
Sure, yeah. And performing for 8 minutes straight, 10 minutes straight, it doesn't sound like it's a lot. But that could be like 5 songs.
It is a lot. You can get winded up there, you know.
And I got asthma.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, it's amazing for me to not be winded after. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to play sports and be wheezing after.
Yeah. Call them wheezy.
I'm tired. I can't breathe. But
get the oxygen tank.
Exactly. But on stage, when I get off a stage, it's just... I'm fine.
It's because it's your true passion.
That's what I feel like.
Probably love sports, but you love doing music more.
Yeah, way more. I feel like it just speaks to my spirit whenever I do music.
So when you have a show set coming up that's 10, 15 minutes long, how far in advance do you start preparation for it?
Me, personally, I have to start probably like 2 months in advance.
Yeah.
You know, just to get my body in the right stage of doing exactly what I want. Cause me, I get super duper excited on stage, and I start going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'll jump on top of the DJ booth, jump off that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Backflips.
Do a land, do a backflip after that, and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And I have to be able to balance myself, cause you know what I'm saying, you can get winded super duper fast doing that. So it's like me, I had to really go in my head, in the back of my mind, and just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this show. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna make sure they can hear me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make sure they have a great time. You know what I'm saying? So I love putting on the show, and I feel like every time I do, it's a great response. You know?
Absolutely, because that makes you a true entertainer.
It's amazing.
That's what people come to see. They want to be entertained. They don't want to see you just standing in one spot the whole 15 minutes. You can have that great voice, but I think people like Chris Brown, Usher, etc., Michael Jackson, of course, that's what separated them, because they were true performers. They were up there dancing, doing their 1-2.
Yeah. And they don't stop.
And they don't stop, definitely. So you also performed at the Brooklyn Unity Fest.
Yes.
That must have meant a lot, because that's a special hometown moment, right?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. The love that Brooklyn Unity Fest gets every year is amazing. The kids, the smiles on their faces when they see their favorite artists or whatever on the stage and get a chance to actually talk to them, meet them, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So last year I met Cash Cobain, I met Young Devin, and by the grace of God, I'm going to be on the same stage. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's right.
So it's going to be amazing. Like, it's a different opportunity. I was there like, dang, I'm meeting these people. It's crazy. Like, oh my God, Young Devin, Cash Cobain. These guys are like hottest in the city right now. I'm like, that's crazy. And then
now
fast forward, now it's, you know, it's amazing.
And there's other artists that are going to be saying that about you.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
And I can't even fathom that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's probably already in motion, whether you realize it or not. Because oftentimes people watch, but they don't always say everything. They don't always hit that like button, but nor did they watch it, right? So there's kids in attendance at these events as well?
Oh, yeah. Free for kids, you know. They have bouncy houses, anything all kids activities, you know, for it'd be cool.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. How important is it to you to have a performance set that is kid friendly? Because a lot of artists don't.
I think it's essential to music, period. Because I feel like kids are the future. You know, like when they hear music, their minds get to rolling and thinking.
Yes.
And they're like, wow. You know, so it's like, I feel like having that connection with the youth is really, really important. Because I feel like they're the ones that's going to make this country better in the future, make better music in the future, bring better ideas. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that's going to grow foundations for generations to come. So I prioritize them, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to certain situations. You know?
Absolutely. And I think that's important because, like you said, they are truly the future.
Yeah.
And it's up to people like you and me who have a voice and a platform to be putting out the type of content that we would want to see for our own kids, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Do you have any kids yet?
No.
No, not yet. Later on down the road, you're focusing on your career now.
Yeah, of course. Like, I definitely want to have a family.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that they have no worries. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything's taken care of. Especially, like, for my family right now, my siblings, my mom. I want to make sure that they can just breathe.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful thing right there. And I commend you for that because I had my son at a very young age. And in hindsight, I'm like, I wish I could have had my same son, but later on, if that makes sense, you know, where I was a little bit more established. But now my son's an adult. He's like, same thing. I don't want to start a family until I'm all the way where I want to be financially secure. And I'm like, that's beautiful right there.
Because I've seen my mom go through the most with us, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to make sure that she can sit back and relax.
She can breathe.
Have freedom to do whatever she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never felt like I've seen my mom in a place where she could do exactly what she wants. So and not have to worry about us. You know what I'm saying? Or anything else for that matter, you know? It's
probably one of your big whys.
Yeah, for sure.
To take care of mom because she took care of you and your siblings.
She had me at a young age as well.
Yeah.
It was just me and her for a long time. You know what I'm saying? and I've seen her go through the most. So it's like everything in my body tells me, yo, when the time comes, I can't wait for my mom to, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You could tell your mom,
Take that back seat.
take a break.
Yeah.
I got it from here.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be a beautiful feeling right
I can't
there.
wait. It's gonna warm my whole day.
Absolutely.
Everything. Yeah.
One thing, I'm not a man, but one thing I know about a man is like if you're in a situation and your finances and stuff aren't right, it can really weigh on you.
Yeah. It could really like mess with your confidence.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you know how you go and approach situations. I feel like as long as you love yourself, you know what I'm saying? Love yourself first and put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? My issue when I was younger was always trying to impress the girls, you know, and never really took the time to really sit down and set myself up for the future. You know what I'm saying? So it was like until that time came, it was like hard for me. Hence why I had to start expressing myself through music.
Yes.
Because I felt like, dang, the world's against me. You know what I'm saying? It's
Why
like,
me?
Why? You know what I'm saying? So it's like when the music was there, it was like, wow, I got an outlet.
Exactly.
I got an outlet.
Absolutely. It kind of justifies a lot of things for you.
Yes, exactly.
You can pour it into your music. Exactly. Let's talk a little bit about this clothing brand that you're working on.
Yes, it's called BK Sanction.
Okay. What does that stand for? The BK? It's Brooklyn, I'm guessing. Okay.
And sanction means like you're accepted anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, sanction. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter where you at. You could be in the most awkward situations. You know what I'm saying? Just know if you're in that brand or whatever, them clothing, just feel like, yeah, wherever I'm at, you got the BK energy and you sanction. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't the world be such a better place if it was like as a whole like that? Because you said something earlier, you were talking about the perception of MJ on stage, and that's how this world revolves is on perception. People will look at someone and perceive them. They could be having just a bummy, relaxed day. It doesn't mean that they're a bum. You know what I'm saying? But when they step in with BK Sanction, they're accepted everywhere.
Everywhere, anywhere.
When can we anticipate the launch of it?
So right now we're working on a couple collections. So I want to make sure before I even let people know that we have everything, you know what I'm saying, certified so that it's no issues, everything's, you know what I'm saying, smooth sailing. So I'll probably say we're on the top of 2026. Got you. Yeah.
So coming soon, BK Sanction.
Yes.
They working on some collections, y'all.
Yes.
You get it right, some collections.
Yes.
Now that is really, really dope. And I love the fact you're taking your time with it.
Yeah.
Because some people just push it out there because they're so anxious. Nah, because once it's out there, it's out there.
That's how I feel about everything I do. You know, once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah, you want to roll it out the absolute right way.
Yeah.
Are you able to give us a sneak peek of your upcoming EP?
Of course, yeah.
What can we anticipate?
You can anticipate a lot of slaps.
Okay, so it's on the slapper side.
This is on the slapper side, yeah. I have a couple songs on there where I really get expressive, you know? Nothing
wrong with that.
I have to be vulnerable in certain places, so I hope that people can relate, you know what I'm saying?
Is there a title that you can share?
Yes, the EP is called CPR.
Okay.
Yeah, which I feel like is what the music needs right now.
That resuscitation, right?
Resuscitation.
Bring it back to life.
Bring it back to life. Yeah. Let's get the barbecues going again, you know?
No, facts. That's because I'm an OG, so that's the type of era I remember. Like every Sunday we were doing something like that. Yeah. Cooking out, jet skiing. I'm from Florida. We would get together and do something every Sunday. That's People don't do that no more.
Nah, they don't. Now it's just every weekend we party.
So you young with like an old soul when it comes.
For sure, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's dope. Do you feel like that comes around? Like, have you been hanging around people older than you a lot of your life?
I would say yes, because my favorite person to hang around was my grandfather. Rest in peace.
So much wisdom. Yeah, rest in peace.
And anytime I went to his house, like, he would be talking to me for like 3 hours straight. And I'll be there like, yeah, all right, grandma, yeah. Because he's, you know what I'm saying, Caribbean. Yeah, grandpa, yeah. I hear you. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I always felt like I had an old soul. He would always show me his collection of music. Aww. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I found Michael Jackson through my grandfather. So it's a lot of history right there. That's my guy.
The moments like that are priceless.
Yeah.
And it's like in the moment when you're little like that, it's like, okay, I've heard enough. Okay.
Wow, yeah, Grandpa, come on.
Like, come on already. I want to go play. I want to play a video game. But now looking back that you're a little bit older, you're probably like, you appreciate every single second of that, right?
Like, yeah.
You wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Go back and relive it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really write down everything he told me, or really had a chance to understand everything he told me and everything, all the advice he was giving me, you know?
So what would you tell yourself at that time if you could go back and sit down with yourself at that moment in time?
Try to listen more. Open up your ears a little more, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I was listening, but I didn't have enough care to understand.
You weren't listening to understand.
I wasn't listening to understand, you know? I was listening just to move on to the next, you know?
My mom always said to my sister and I, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yeah.
I heard that growing up my whole life, and I'm like, yes, mother, I understand. But now I do understand.
Exactly. You can understand,
yes,
but you got to understand.
Yes, actually take it in.
Actually ingest it.
Ingest it, 100%. Tell us about Planted Seeds. That's your latest single.
Yes, Planted
What is
Seeds.
the story behind it, and what do you want your listeners to get from it?
So I made Planted Seeds a while after meeting my recent new manager, Naya G. Shout out to her.
The greatest over there.
Greatest over there. And it was the mindset of, I'm finally feel like I'm building the foundation that all the greats have said they had. You know what I'm saying? Building that team of people that I could turn to and really rely on, you know what I'm saying, in this music industry. So Planted Seeds was my kind of message to her, like, this is the seed we're planting. You know what I'm saying?
Love
we
that.
have lemon trees in the future. So this song right here is me really expressing, having fun, and really giving them a little insight about who I am, you know what I'm saying, and where I came from, things of that nature.
Is there a visual for it yet?
Yes. The visual is, how can I describe it? It's a money tree in the middle of Flatbush.
I'm going to have to go check that video out because that sounds fire.
It's super cool.
So you kept it true to where you're from,
Yeah.
but it's very explanatory at the same time.
Exactly, yeah.
Man, how important is it to you that you found a phenomenal manager? Because in my opinion, one of the rawest decisions you can ever make in your career is finding good representation.
Yes. It was so hard, you know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm a type of person where I don't want to ask anyone to believe in what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to be natural. And thank, by the grace of God, it came through for me. And it was a crucial time because I just I just left the label. You know what I'm saying? An independent label. Shout out to them. Debo, by the way.
Yeah.
That started my career, helped me develop into the artist I was becoming. And when I met her, it was like I was in a place where it was confusing for me because I didn't know where to turn to, where to go, like what to do, you know what I'm saying? And I needed like help.
Yeah.
And when she came through, it was amazing. So I wanted to make a song that she could turn on anytime and be like, yeah.
That's dope. That's my guy. That's my artist right there.
Yeah.
It probably was like a weight lifted.
Oh, yeah.
Now
for sure.
you can breathe a little bit and focus on being the artist because she's handling the business side for you.
Yeah.
Because it can be a lot when you're trying to handle the business and setting up your own shows and your own interviews and still trying to be the recording artist.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
It was a long period of time where I had this single called Same Blood. You guys go check it out if you want. And I had it for about like a year. And I was trying to find a way to release it. I'm doing everything independently by myself. And it was super tough at the time because I'm like, I don't even know what to do, where to go. You know what I'm saying? So when I dropped that song, I seen the reception it had, and I'm like, nah, I got to keep going.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I got to keep going because it made me feel like, damn, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? And then I met Naya, thank God.
See, and I feel like that can kind of flip your attitude. Rather than saying, what am I doing wrong? Focus on the things that you're doing
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let me double down on trying to perfect my music. Double down on trying to get it to the same place where I feel like my performance is. Because I've always felt like my performances are like where I leave everything on the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where I give them everything of me. Like I let them see how bad I want it every time I touch the stage. Saying every time I have a mic in my hand, Like, for instance, talking to you right now, if I was performing, I'll be staring you dead in your eyes, not even blink. You know what I'm saying? To make you know I want this super duper bad, you know?
Right.
Like, it's nothing more in my body that wants to make great music and entertain, you know?
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Appreciate
You
that.
should be proud of yourself too.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of work out here being an artist. Even though we have some of the luxuries that the artists in the past didn't, such as social media, things like this, it almost adds more work to your plate. Because now you have to go do these interviews. Now you have to post on Instagram and TikTok every day. It's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, it is. And at first, it was kind of like, I got to post. But like, when I fell in love with the visuals and bringing my ideas to life, it's no greater feeling, and that's nothing I'd rather do.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But be a creative.
Absolutely. You know? So you've got your clothing brand on the way, which should release around the top of 2026. An EP on the way.
Yes.
More performances on the way.
Yes.
Outside of that, is there other big goals that you're currently manifesting that you don't mind sharing?
Yes, I want to be able to go on a tour soon and really expand my listeners when it comes to like around the country, things of that nature. So that's what I'm looking forward to. More collabs, you know what I'm saying? Just to be around more creative people, you know what I'm saying? And get that gist of the industry.
Yes,
you know?
I love it. For people who want to keep up with the journey, where can they follow you, and also include your YouTube so they can go check out that video?
Yes, so right now you can follow me on Instagram at official QDG _ and on YouTube it's QDG. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped Planted Seeds CPR. My single is coming soon. Yeah, because the EP shares the same title. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So yeah. That's coming soon. Be prepared for that, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear what I got going on, the EP, everything that's, you know, it's gonna be a treat. It's gonna be a treat.
I'm excited. I can't wait, and I'm going to check out that video today.
Yes, that's gonna be.
I want to check it out today. Who do you want to give thanks to for supporting you and loving you through your journey?
I want to give thanks to God, you know, first, my mom, my dad, everyone that believes in me, my manager, my team. Shout out to my producers, you know what I'm saying, for...
What is your producer's name?
So, Mello right here in the corner.
Okay, shout him out.
Mr.
He's another
Mello.
most important part of your career, having that good production. Does he also engineer for you as well?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
About to work that out soon.
Okay.
Also, shout out to my guys Kai and Cade, you know. They out here making slaps for your boy.
Them slappers.
Yeah, if you guys want some slapping beats, let me know. I'll connect y'all, yeah.
Absolutely. Last question I got for you today. Where are we at?
Industry's most wanted.
The big one, not the little one.
Not the little one.
Tell everybody what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Look, because they don't got me. They don't got me yet. That's why it's most wanted.
He said, look. Look at here, look at here, look at here. Right. I love your energy.
Yes, I appreciate
you
that.
You have
you too.
Amazing energy.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see one of your live shows.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it was an honor. We out of here, y'all.
We out of here.
Powder on the hand, they need a slap. I'll do it again and I'm doubling back. Copy like a printer, thinking that it's facts. To keep it 100, you niggas is right. And they know that I've been on that shit. If they don't